we can share with you how we've done it. We first start out with the MRI and create the model with 1 millimeter voxels. And this is quite a bit of work goes into creating this. And here is what it looks like after a period of 6 minutes. And this is a 3-year-old brain that we modeled. And you see that by the end of that 6-minute call, the peak radiation, yellow and red, is getting all the way into almost both eyes. I want to show you an example of some of the work that we are doing now that I'm releasing here for the first time. And this is a modeled microwave radiation dose of a 6-year-old with greater levels to the frontal and temporal lobes, eyes and cheek. And watch this here. Now, yellow, white, and red are the hottest, all right? And if you look carefully, you will see it's going into the eye, the nose.
The World Health Organization now says there's a possibility, a potential risk. Radiation from cell phones could cause cancer.
Turns out participants in the study who used a cell phone for 10 years or more had doubled the rate of brain glioma.
What microwave radiation does, in the most simplistic term, is very similar to what happens to your food when you put your food in a microwave oven.
If you've ever put a cell phone to your ear, you should listen to what neurosurgeon Dr. Keith Black has to say.
There's no way to say that cell phone use is safe. I think that the public has a right to know that there could be a potential risk. Environmental factors take decades to see their effect, not a few. Their skull is thinner, their scalp is thinner, so the microwave radiation can penetrate deeper into the brain of children and young adults. And their cells are dividing at a much faster rate, so the impact of the microwave radiation can be much larger.
And here's something else that might surprise you. The cell manufacturers themselves actually advise against putting the cell phone right next to your head or really anywhere in your body.
Dr. Keith Black has been talking about this longer than many, but the voices joining him are becoming louder and more prominent.
So, Dr. Mehmet Oz, host of the Dr. Oz Show, is joining us this morning with a list of do's and probably don'ts, and it's great to see you again.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, we think of this as radiation, but this isn't radiation that you're getting from your cell phone. It's something else, a radio frequency
wave. And so they're not chest X-rays, and it's not a nuclear radiation fallout from a bomb. These are simple radio frequency waves. That stated, there has been some concern for a while that radio frequency waves could affect cells in the brain, especially if your skull is thin, for example, if you're a child. So if I can just show you a quick animation, I think we'll bring the science really clear. Most people think their cell phones just receive waves, but they don't. The cell phone has to send a wave out in order to find a cell tower near you. That is an important clue for us about simple things we might be able to do to prevent any changes if, in fact, they're near occurring. And notice again, the waves go into your brain. They have to. That's how the device works. There have been some recent studies that have been alarming, where you follow people for longer periods of time. And Diane, remember that if you're going to look at something very subtle like radio frequency waves affecting brain cells, you have to study them over a decade. So guess what? Because of some of these studies, Britain, France, and Israel have now offered advisories cautioning us, not telling us not to use cell phones, but cautioning us to move the phone 4 inches from your head. Instead of holding it plastered to the skull, 4 inches away, 1,000 times less effect of radio frequency waves. Big difference.